The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance into a single elimination in-season tournament, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Las Vegas. First time, here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVE for new customers to get $150 in bonus bet if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another edition of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. That's your favorite 85 Liberty City's own Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, Pro Bowler, All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson, but you can just call him Ocho. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. And remember, you matter. That helps us matter. We're not here where we are without your love and support. So thank you and continue your support. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock. We have an abundance of it. We realized the holidays were right around the corner. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve. And we want to make sure you have a very festive holiday. So if you can't find Shea by Laportier in a city or a state near you, you can order it and we'll get it to you before the holidays. Again, thank you for your continued support. Please go follow my media company page on all its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, which 84 is spelled out. Our newest release dropped this month. We dropped I Was Hell When I Was Well t-shirts. I'll lie for you before I lie to you. Black nightcap hoodies, and by popular demand, Stay With Me Now is now in a hoodie form. And of course, our best sellers, Unc Ocho tees. A lot of requests, Ocho, for a tee to come into you and our face on the front, to come in black. Guess what? We dropped that last week. Quantities are limited. Make sure you go grab yours while supplies last. Ocho, the game we just ended. The Lakers defeat the Grizzlies 128-123. LeBron James became the oldest man in NBA history. Well, he was already the oldest because he had 3 straight triple-doubles. I think he was 34 years of age, he was a couple of days older than Jason Kidd, who did it when he was 34. But he became the oldest man in NBA history to record 3 straight triple-doubles, 35 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, and they needed every single point, every single rebound, every single assist. He had 9 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists in the fourth quarter alone. The Lakers stay undefeated at home as they beat the Grizzlies minus Ja Morant and minus Desmond Bane. I didn't think it would be that difficult, Ocho. Yeah. But the Grizzlies, a very balanced team. They had 6 guys in double figures. Another guy had 9 points. They had 7 guys in double figures. Excuse me. They're a very scrappy team. You know what you're going to get when you play the Grizzlies. You're going to get a lot of effort, even without two of their best players. Ja obviously is their best player, but Jaren Jackson had a great game, 29 points, 7 rebounds. Zach Edey had 9 points. That Zach Edey? No, Zach Edey had 12 points. Excuse me, had 12 points. Adalama had 15. Scottie Pippen Jr. has been playing extremely well. He just needed a place where he could go and he could play. He wasn't going to get the minutes there. I'm sure the Lakers would love to have him, but when you got LeBron who needs the ball, you're going to have Austin Rivers on the point, and I think they had him before. Maybe they had D'Lo also. That was just too many guys handling point, and so he wasn't going to get an opportunity to handle the ball. Ocho, but I thought the Lakers really needed this game. They had to dig deep. I don't know if they took him for granted because Bane and Ja was going to be out, but they had a 12-point lead, built the lead all the way to 15. I think the Grizz cut it to 1. then outscore them in the third quarter, but the Lakers get it together. AD was in foul trouble a large part of this game, and I think that had a lot to do with it. Edie is just so big, man. I don't know how tall he is. I think he's about 7'4", Ocho.
Yeah.
He just takes up so much space.
Yeah.
But this was a big win. The Lakers stay undefeated at home, but I thought the Lakers played really well when they absolutely have to. But you guys tip your hat to the Grizzlies because they played well without two of their best players. When you watch this game, Ocho, what you think?
I mean, I enjoyed it up and down the field. Out without Ja Morant, listen, they played very well in transition on both sides of the court. Defensively, they did the best that they could, but offensively in transition, they played extremely well. Outside of that, for me, knowing that you know how much I've really just started watching the game of basketball, I would have liked to see the difference with Bane and Ja Morant playing tonight and see if that would have made a difference in the game. The fact that the Grizzlies were able to keep it somewhat close because of the way they played, because of how you just spoke on and how scrappy they were. I would have liked that a little better. Outside of that, was a good game. You did mention that AD was in trouble, and he really couldn't get in the rhythm early, but he did find his rhythm later on in the game.
Fourth quarter, he was huge.
Yeah. The fourth quarter,
hit two big threes.
Yeah, to kind of extend that lead a little bit more. Outside of that, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And one of the things I would want and ask from you, being that the season is really just starting, and as I continue to learn the game of basketball, I think we need to sit courtside. I think we need to sit courtside so you can teach me the game better. And I think since I'm a visual learner, it'd be perfect. So you take me to all the games courtside. Probably maybe
that ain't gonna happen.
Well,
I can put you in touch with the guy that can get you the tickets to sit
courtside.
No,
I want to talk to no guy. I'm want to talk to you. I need you sit next to me so you can.
Nah, I'm not. I know what them courtside tickets cost, bro.
I know. You got it. That ain't nothing to a player like you.
It's just like I'll sit courtside if there's not a game on. But for me, I like watching all the games. It's hard for you to sit courtside and watch the games when you got to be critiquing and analyzing all the games and come back and have a conversation about them. It's just that's one of the reasons why I don't go to football games on Sunday, because I can't analyze all the other games that's going on if I'm sitting in the stadium watching that one game. Yeah. And there's so many other games that I need to talk about. So that's the main reason why I don't go to games. You know, I have an opportunity to go to games, go see the Broncos or Ravens play, but I'll be doing a disservice to try to come in here and have a conversation about other games that played, knowing that I was at a game focusing on that game. So that's the main reason why I don't even go to games. It would be nice to be able to go to a game here and there. I think the Broncos are coming out. Well, I know they are. But somebody asked me in the gym today, are you going to the Broncos-Raiders game? I was like, nah, I'm not. When I look at the game, Ocho, you look at the Lakers, they shot, and they're not the greatest three-point shooting team. They can get their streaky. Dalton Connect, obviously, is the best three-point shooter. They shot 48%, almost 40. They shot basically 49% from the three. But the turnovers, that's what'll get you in trouble. And you had a 15-point lead, and you turned the ball over a couple of times. You get lazy on defense, and guys, basically hit shoot around threes on you, or they get, uncontested layups to the basket. I think that's what really hurt them. Because normally the Lakers, you shot 51% from the floor, you shot 49% from the three. You was terrible from the free throw line. You was 22 or 32. Right. You got to be better from LeBron was 5 of 8. Cam Reddish was 1 of 4. Austin Reeves was 5 of 7. You got to be better in a closer game. You're going to need to make those free throws. You need to be 28 of 32, something like that, 29 of 32. There's no reason for you to miss that many free throws. But other than that, Connect played good coming off the bench. Koloko played good off the bench. D'Lo struggled a little bit tonight. Gabe Vincent hadn't found his stroke yet. He hadn't found his stroke in a while.
Hey, do you think D'Lo coming off the bench? You think that bothers him? You think it bothers him not being able to get in rhythm, not having that? I don't know the word to use. Not confidence, but usually when a player is coming off the bench that is normally a starter, it's hard for them to catch rhythm, and they're a little bit hesitant, when they decide to pull the trigger out there on the court.
Yeah, I think, he's been a starter basically his whole career, so you have to revamp your game.
Right.
Lou Will was a starter, then all of a sudden they brought him off the bench. What's the guy name? Jamal Crawford. Guys that, hey. I mean, you have to, basically you have to just but you do have the green light. Normally, guys that come off the bench, you understand they have the green light. A Malik
Right.
Monk was a starter. Now they move him to the bench. He
Mm-hmm.
has the green light to get in rhythm.
Right.
But I think this role is better suited for him because you insert Cam Reddish and you ask Cam Reddish to guard probably one of the premier backcourt guy.
Right.
That
Okay.
takes pressure off of Austin Reeves, so he doesn't have to exert so much energy trying to stay in front of a guy like a Ja, trying to stay in front of one of the better one or two guards. And so that's the thing you have to tip your hat for a guy like Jordan, a guy like Kobe that took the challenge, LeBron in his prime, that took the challenge to guard the best guy and still had to give you that offensive production on the other end. That's what separates the guys. The really good and the great players is that they were willing to accept that challenge. Even if they didn't do it for the entire game, when the rubber needed to meet the road, they would take that challenge in the fourth quarter, overtime, or late in the ball games. And says, "Okay, give me him." But I mean, what do you say about LeBron? I mean, I mean, you look at this point in time, the man is what 39, 314 days.
Yeah,
whatever is he that? Nah, more than that. Because there's 45 more days, 365. So. Yeah, 314 days. So there's 46 more days. I like to think, actually, there's 46 more days before his birthday. But I mean, what do you say? 35 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists. He shot great. I mean, the efficiency was off the chart. 13 of 22, 4 of 7 from the three.
Yeah.
Like I said, AD was in foul trouble. He missed some easy shots. LeBron missed a couple of easy shots. But in the fourth quarter, when they needed both of their big guns to step up, AD has played great all year long. I got no qualms with AD tonight. It was a relatively quiet night for him. 21 points, 14 rebounds, 6 of 16 from the floor. He was shooting 57% coming into the game. Like I said, it's kind of hard for him to get a rhythm. He was dealing with a guy that's so much taller than he is. And even when you turn around and create space, shooting over a guy that's 7 foot, I think he's 7'4", even if he jumps a little bit, you know,
creates a problem.
Yeah. And so, but give them credit. I want to give the Grizzlies credit because I thought they played extremely hard. Like I said, given they didn't have Ja, they didn't have Desmond Bane. You know, Ja was chirping on the bench. You know, that's his game. They do a lot of talking. But that's who they are. That's who that team is. But the Lakers was able to keep their focus and win a ball game that they could have easily lost. Maybe I'm not so sure last year when they played, they have that lead for whatever reason. Ocho, and I've been watching the Lakers since LeBron got there. It's always that third quarter where they sleepwalk coming out the first 6 or 7 minutes of the ball game. And the next thing you know, they might have a lead. The lead is gone. Or if a team, if it's a close game, the team puts separation. I don't know what it is. And it does not matter who's the coach. If you go back and look at the Lakers, be it Vogel, be it Luke Walton, be it Darvin Ham, and now JJ, that third quarter, for some reason, they sleepwalk.
Hey, listen, when it comes to the game of basketball, whether it be the Lakers or not, regardless of who's coaching a basketball team, what I've come to learn in my short tenure as being a basketball savant is that the game of basketball is about runs. It's a game of runs. No matter how much you extend the lead, for some reason, no matter what, that lead always shrinks significantly when another team gets in rhythm and they have their run. Then at some point in the third, maybe the fourth quarter, then the game becomes a game where the games are somewhat even. Very seldom is it just a blowout. You get a lead, you extend a lead early in the game, and you just blow the game out the water the entirety of the game. For some reason, the opposing team always
the 3-point shot.
Back. Yeah, they always come back.
You see these teams. I mean, the Lakers got up 41. The Grizzlies got up 33. The Celtics shoot 40, 50s, almost 63 the night. So when you get in a situation and you got teams that can make 25, 29 threes, no lead is safe because you turn the ball, you miss a couple of shots, or you turn the ball over, and a team could easily go on their next 5 possessions, hit 4 threes and a 2, and a 20-point lead. All of a sudden, is a 7-point lead.
Quick,
and it's just like that. So normally when teams, I mean, look, they've always been big comebacks, things of that nature. But it seems to me now, with the way these teams can shoot the basketball, that a 20-point lead in the first quarter. I mean, I saw Oh, just the other night, the Spurs had like a 20-something point lead in the first quarter on the Clippers.
Right.
And by the third quarter, the Clippers had done called them and had a 10-point lead
Mm-hmm.
and ended up winning the game. So, yeah, it's always been a game of runs. But
Yeah.
now with that 3-point shot and teams' ability to have multiple guys on the court that
They
can
can
shoot and make that shot,
Yeah.
there's really no lead that's really safe.
Yeah.
But I look, this is basically the same roster that they had last year. So for Darvin Ham to, for JJ Redick to get this kind of production, AD is playing off the chart. Statistically, he's playing his best ball of his career. LeBron is LeBron. LeBron is LeBron. Austin Reeves, now that he doesn't have to guard the best player, the best backcourt player,
right?
He has some energy to give you something. Now, Cam Reddish is not the guy that's going to give you. He's a defensive guy. He's a wing defender. Now, and anything that he gives you offensively, you greatly accept. But you just want to make sure that you limit the backcourt guys. You don't let him get his average. If you can hold a guy from his average, give us some limited production, Cam Reddish has done his job. Now, D-Lo, you come in and you get your 15 points coming off the bench. I thought Dalton Connect was unbelievable tonight. 5 of 5 from the 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw, from the field. He had 19 big points. He had the highest plus minus. He was plus 17. You can't complain about that.
Right.
Koloko gave you 4 points, gave you a couple of rebounds. D-Lo gave you 8 points. Gabe Vincent, for whatever reason, Gabe Vincent hadn't found his stroke. He was I remember when he was in Miami, damn near every time he shot the ball, it seemed like it was going in.
Going in, yeah.
And now all of a sudden he was 0-6 from the floor, 0-4 from the 3.
Hey,
got 13 minutes of cardio in.
Hey, listen, them bright lights different now. I know Miami is Miami, but them bright lights different over there in Hollywood.
Expectations are different.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You're playing alongside LeBron. The ball is still way the same. The rim is still the depth perception is absolutely the same.
Yeah,
it's just a different level of expectations, and you're playing alongside a historically great player. And people, it does matter. You know who's feeding you the ball. You know what's expected. But the Lakers hold on to win the ball game, 128 to 123 to remain undefeated at home and move to 7-4 on the regular season. The Lakers have decided that Bronny James will play in the G League home games, but will not travel with the team during the road games. Bronny will be with the Lakers during road games. Brian Windhorst doesn't think that's a good idea. I'm going to apply the brakes on everything. It's fine on Bronny front with the things that's now happening. He's only going to kind of be a part-time G League player, and he's not getting on the United Airlines and going to fly and go play at these road games now. I know he was getting so much special treatment and nepotism, and that's fine. Honestly, I don't care. Like I said, it's normal. Now I think it's actually detrimental to him. I don't know whose idea it was. Obviously, the Lakers are fine with it. They're doing it. On this particular instance, I think he's gone too far. I don't think it benefits Bronny. I don't think it benefits South Bay Lakers. I don't think it benefits LeBron at this point. I think it'd be better if Bronny played more developmental player by February or March by playing in the G League road games. Ocho, what you think?
I think whoever had the idea and using Bronny the way he is for his development, I think they would know a little bit more than whoever else has anything to say about it. They understand what Bronny needs to do to bring himself along, to be a contributor and to get better at his game so he can play, at the highest level. Everyone is going to have their opinion on the matter, but I think those that have been doing it for a long time that actually play the game or actually played. Listen, this is something LeBron has probably signed off on. This is something probably Bronny and other advisors that are in positions of power have thought was the best thing for him to do. To play in the home games, not to fly when the Lakers are on the road, and that's how they saw it fit. I'm not sure why that would be an issue with anyone else.
Because how does he get better sitting on the bench at Laker games? He needs to play. You said,
but he's playing in the home game. He's playing in the South Bay home game, though.
You said players don't get better sitting on the bench. So how is Bronny getting better sitting on the bench based on what you said?
They just said he's playing in the South Bay Lakers home games.
But they play road games. So So when they go on the road, he gets nothing out of that. So he just go sit on the bench and watch the Lakers at home.
Hey, Unc, listen, that wasn't my decision. I'm
just
he's
basing
playing
on what you
he's
said.
playing in the home games.
You said players don't get better sitting on the bench, be it basketball or football.
Right.
I'm asking you now, how does Bronny get better when he's only playing part-time and the other half the time he's sitting on the bench?
Listen, you really can't do the comparison when you talk about football and basketball because he's still playing. When you get benched in football, you're not touching the field at all.
No. But you're practicing.
Right. But again, he's playing in the home games for the South Bay Lakers. He's not being benched. He's
so
just
that's enough.
Hey, Unc, you would know better than me. I'm not a basketball player.
No, but come on now. Yeah, I mean, don't do that. Don't do that cop out on me talking about I would know better. Does a guy get better play? So let me ask you a question. So if a football player, he only played home games, but he didn't play on the road, he's getting better.
Come on. No, you can't know now. You know you can't compare them goddamn sports now. Come on now. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
But if you get better by playing, I thought you get better by playing. We just had a conversation about Scottie Pippen Jr. Look at what he's doing. Mm-hmm. He was sitting on the bench. Look at him now when he's getting an opportunity to play versus him sitting on the bench coming in.
I like what you just said. But the key word you said about Scottie Pippen Jr. on the reason why he wasn't playing where he was because other people needed to handle the ball. So
what difference does it make? Why?
He had to be in a place where he could touch the ball and be a part of the team.
So what is Bronny? So what about Bronny? Doesn't he need to be a place to play?
Right. So you would want it to be somewhere else. So you have a problem with him.
I want him to play. I don't get the benefit of him playing part-time and the other time sitting on the bench. That makes no sense to me. You get better at doing something by doing something.
Right.
Not doing it part-time. Mm-hmm. What occupation allows you to do something part-time and you become great at it?
Man, that's a good question. That's a good question. But the fact that he is playing, the fact that he is very, very young, the fact that they think he's not come along far enough to where he can be a part of the active roster when the Lakers play and go on and play at home and play on the road games, allowing him to develop in this way that they see fit. You know, some might agree with it, some don't. The fact that he is playing, they're trying to bring him along slow. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, but look, I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of expectation. He's not a top 10 pick. But I just think him being the 55th pick in the draft, I just think that playing and getting and handling the ball and going up against competition and working on your craft, I don't know how you work on your craft part-time and become great at it. Now, I'm not saying that he can't, but I'm just saying I don't understand how.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I totally understand what you mean. I don't understand. I kind of get where they may be coming from on their end. But listen, folks had to sign off on this.
We know they did. Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, they had to sign off on this, and they don't want him playing full time. Why they don't? I don't know. I don't know what the blueprint. I don't know what the idea is behind it. But it's something that many obviously probably wouldn't agree with. This is something doesn't normally happen though, right, Unc? So it's either you play for the home team or you play for the G League consistently.
Well, a lot of times they put you on a two-way contract. That means you're down there and you're playing, and sometimes they need you, they'll call you up.
Yeah, they call you, okay.
Right. But it's a situation you play the G League games, and if somebody gets nicked, they'll call you up.
You think
it's kind of like in baseball. I mean, I think it would be odd, like minor league games, baseball player. Okay, you play the home game. But when they travel, you don't play. You just come sit up on the bench in the majors. Nah, you need at bats. You need swings.
You think maybe? Listen, I could be reaching. Do you think maybe they're protecting him from something? In away games.
No, he just needs to play. I mean, you protect him by me. Me personally, I don't think you're helping him by having him sit on the bench. I don't really know how much you could. I mean, look, I get it. But in that situation, I think in basketball, you definitely need to have the ball in your hands. You need to be doing things on the court. You need to be playing. I don't know the benefit of you because it's not like it's not like football, Ocho, because we do practice during the course of the week. I mean, shoot around really ain't no practice. I mean, you shoot around, you go over a couple of plays, you watch some film. I think he needs to be an actual game-like situation in order for him to get better. But hey, we'll see how it plays over the next 2 to 3 years and see if this was the right way for him to develop. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, scored 59 points in the Bucks' 127-120 win over the Pistons. It was a league high in points this year by a player and the second highest single game total for Giannis. He outscored the Pistons by himself in overtime, scoring 11 points to their 9. And he's the first Bucks player to go 5 for 5 or better in a single overtime period since play-by-play was first tracked in 1996-97. Tonight marks Giannis' 9th career game in which he scored 50 points and 10 rebounds, the third most in NBA history. Well, nobody is ever catching Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain has a total of 118 games in which he scored 50 points and has 10 rebounds. The next closest is Elgin Baylor, who's 102 games behind him. Elgin Baylor had 16 such games. Giannis is now in third place with 9. You would never guess who's in fourth place.
Who that?
There are 4 guys tied. James Harden, Joel Embiid, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Michael Jordan are all tied with 8 such games, 50 points and 10 rebounds. 2 guards are on the list. Nobody's surprised that Wilt Chamberlain. I could have told y'all to bet, like, anytime to have something to do with 50s, take Wilt. Anything they got to do with 60s, take Wilt. Anything they got something to do with 70s, take Wilt. Anything they got anything to do with 40s, take Wilt. You want to, anything when it comes to scoring, take Wilt, and you're probably going to be right. But tonight, Giannis Antetokounmpo had a 50-10 game. If I'm not mistaken, I was watching the game. I think he had 22 points in the first quarter. His teammates had 2. The Pistons had 27. Maybe. You know what, Ocho?
Can he get some help though? Can he get some help?
Giannis, Dame was out tonight. And maybe it's just me, but I've watched these games. I've watched them play. Giannis plays better when Dame's not in the lineup. Dame plays better when Giannis is not in the lineup. But that's not a good thing because they need to play great together in order for them to reach their ultimate destination. And people are like, well, they've only been together for a little while. Giannis is not going to wait around for them to develop chemistry. They better figure this thing out.
Well, actually, they've already had a full season to develop chemistry. The honeymoon phase is over. They should know each other very well. He should be opening the car door. Man, don't get me started. The chemistry should already be there. It's the game of basketball. It's only 5 people on the goddamn court. It ain't 11. It should be a well-oiled machine after all this time. You had a training camp, you had a mini camp. I don't know how many goddamn camps they probably go through, and you've already had a full season. So at this point in year 2, with 2 players of that caliber that are that good, they should be able to mesh well together. Not, okay, you're not playing tonight, and you go off for whatever points it may be. Okay, Giannis is not playing tonight, and Dame goes crazy. Like, you guys just have to be on the same page on the same night and be just as efficient. I don't understand why one would play better when the other isn't playing. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it's 2 superstar players. You would think they would be really, really great in the pick and roll. Well, they're okay in the pick and roll because Giannis is not a pick and pop player.
Right.
It's not like he got a mid-range game. He doesn't.
Oh, wait, his mid-range has gotten a lot better now.
He doesn't have a mid-range game. Basically, Giannis is getting the ball and he's trying to go down the hill. He's going to back you out and he's going to try to find a way to Euro step you and get down the hill. He doesn't like to play with his back to the basket. He doesn't like to shoot the mid-range shot. He doesn't like to fall away. He's trying to get to the basket. He's going to try to up and under you. He's going to try to dunk on you, or he's trying to go over the wall and get to the lane. So it's like he's not like AD. AD can pick and pop. AD can roll to the basket. AD can pick and pop. Okay, you can dribble drive. You can dribble handoff with him. There's a lot of different things that you can do with a guy like an AD, Joel Embiid, big guys that can shoot. That's not what Giannis is. Yeah, he can have a hot stretch here or there where he's making the mid-range shot, but that's really not what he wants to do.
Right.
But tonight, he was 21 of 44. He was 1 or 2 on threes. He shot 17 free throws. He was 16 of 17 from the free throw line. He had 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. only had 3 turnovers, played 44 minutes. He was great, and he had to be. Brooke Lopez, 9 of 17, 5 of 8, 6 of 8 from the. He had 29. Torian Prince chipped in with 15. Gary Trent Jr. And you would think, I think the thing is, like, when you got Dame, a guy that can shoot the ball. I think a lot of what they're missing is on-ball defender. They really messed up when they let Holiday go.
Right.
Because he was their best perimeter defender.
Hey, I ain't even. I can be honest with you. I ain't know Drew Holiday was that damn good and valuable. And you never understand how good a player is until they leave a certain situation and they play with somebody else. Now you understand their true value and the struggles on why the Bucks are struggling in certain areas.
Sometimes, Ocho, we just look at the stat. Well, the guy's a 20 and 10 guy, or the guy does this or that. But Drew Holiday does so many other things. He's normally taking the best player from the opposing team, especially if he's probably a 3, 2, or a point. He's taking them. And now you got Derek White, who's also an elite defender. You got a Big Al, who can protect the paint. You got Porzingis, who can protect the paint. And now you got JT and JB that doesn't have to exert nearly as much energy taking guys that can go get 30, 25, 30, 35 points. So now you got 2 guys, you got 2 defenders, you got 2 guys that can protect the paint, and now you got your scorers that have energy to go score the basketball. Right. Like I said, I've watched them for a year. I know Giannis got hurt, missed some time last year. Dame got nicked. He's out right now dealing with, I'm not sure what he's dealing with, but watching them play over the course of last year into this year, those guys do play better separate than they play together.
Okay, we need to go to a Bucks game too. Then you get courtside seats.
Giannis made every basket for the Milwaukee in the first quarter, hitting 7 of 10 field goal attempts, and all 3 of his free throws. He had 22 of the team's 24 points. Ocho, the Cavs continue their undefeated season. They beat the Sixers 114-106. No Joel Embiid, no PG, sat out due to load management. Damn, Joel Embiid just got back, but hey, he need to manage it. Cavs became the 6th team in NBA history to start the season 13-0. Of the previous 5 teams to start 13-0, 4 made the NBA titles. One 4 made the NBA finals, but only one, the 1993-94 Houston Rockets, won the title. The record, if I'm not mistaken, is the Golden State Warriors, who started the season in 2015-16, 24-0.
Hey.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you personally have a problem with Embiid taking nights off, understanding his situation, his injury history, the fact his size, his weight? I'm just curious. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, and they just gave him a 3-year, $193 million extension.
Okay, so that means you do have a problem with it.
Yeah, I got a problem with a guy not playing. Absolutely. Yeah. The fans have a problem with it too.
Right. Even with understanding on why he has to have load management based on,
Well, they shouldn't they be able to load manage a check? I mean, damn. The guy, Ocho, the guy missed the first 9 games of the season. He comes back, play the game, and now he's out again. Damn.
That was a good one.
Look. This is the problem that you're going to have with him.
Right.
He had an injury history when you drafted him. He's 21. He had injury history at 20.
Right.
What happens as he starts to age?
Oh,
do you think people get lighter? Do athletes get lighter as they age, or do they get heavier and then compound the injury history that they already have?
You're right.
Because if you look at it, I'm trying to, other than Pop, what team has load managed and won the title?
Hey, matter of fact, speaking of Pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spurs had won the title. Who was the player that was being load managed then at that time?
Well, they used to do it all the time with Tim Duncan. They would Timmy and Tony Parker and Manu. And then, Kawhi came in and they did the thing with Kawhi But then, they thought Kawhi was faking his injury, and he wasn't. And so, that's why he ended up being out of that's why he ended up getting traded out of San Antonio. It's just like I get it. It's just I think the thing is the questions. We're always going to have this question, even when his career is over. What if? Because we've seen Joel Embiid when he's playing, ain't nothing like him.
Hey, lights out.
He's 7'1", 7'2", 325, 330, can shoot the three. We've never seen a man his size, his weight, can shoot the three ball, put the ball on the floor, mid-range, can finish, go put it on the floor, get all the way to the rim. You can run anything with him. You can run dribble drive, dribble handoff, pick and pop. Offensively, he has no weakness. And he's a damn good defender.
Right. Oh, yeah.
He just can't stay healthy. He's just a big ass. He's a big ass man that had injuries as a young man.
Yeah.
That's exacerbated as he started to age.
Yeah.
I wish I could give you a better. And I'm trying to tell y'all. Normally, big young guys have problems with big men. Zion. He's hurt again. Hamstring.
He got to lose some of that weight, huh?
My thing is that when you try to tell people that, oh, y'all picking on him, he been that size his whole life. Has he been playing NBA basketball his whole life?
Different. The type of energy you have to exert at the highest level is completely different.
He's always been the best. He's always been the best player. When high school, he was the best player. In college, he was the best player. He steps on the court every night. He is not the best player. All those guys are really good. All those guys. There are a lot of guys that he played against in high school that didn't go to college. There's a lot of guys that he played against in college that didn't go to the NBA. Every guy that he steps on the court with is in the NBA.
Yeah.
So it takes a different level in order for you to perform. He can probably go in high school, go 70%.
Right.
And drop 30.
Yeah.
Because he was so much better than everybody else. In college, he was better than everybody else. Nah, bro. It takes a lot. And that's what you tip it. Even if you don't like Bron, you don't like that he made the decision, you don't like anything about it.
Right.
You got to take your damn hat off. The man played 22 years.
And most of those years,
and give you the performances that he's given you time and time again. Jordan, he wasn't going to cheat you. Kobe, they wasn't going to cheat you. Like I said, I think now, Ocho, I've already come to the conclusion. We're not going to see the guys in today's game, for whatever reason, play 82 games is not a badge of honor for them. It used to be, man, 82. I got me 82 of these things. I played every single game. It's just like baseball. Baseball today is we see in these pitchers, pitch like, 5-man rotations.
Right.
Because basically everybody's going 5 innings. Maybe you go 6 complete games. Somebody throw a complete game. Hell, they run it on Sports Center. They run it on Sports Center like 5 or 6 times because it's such an anomaly now. You got guys you don't want to see go through the 4th time through the lineup, so you might make it 3 times through the lineup. After that, they're going to pull it. And now they go righty, they go lefty, you go set up, you go to you get into your bullpen at the 6th inning. You look at the Dodgers. The Dodgers are bringing out guys to face one guy. Okay, you good, you gone. Okay, you come out, you lefty, they got 2 lefties, you face both of them, you gone. That's where it is now.
Right.
The days of you seeing the Nolan Ryans and you seeing those guys,
Randy Johnsons.
Nah, it ain't happening no more. It's not. And the thing is, when you see a talent like Joel Embiid, all you want him to do is maximize that talent because you realize what you're watching. You understand just how great it is. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see Joel Embiid at his best because the injuries won't allow it. We won't see it. We won't see it consistently. We've seen him. We know what he can be.
Oh, yeah, you said consistently. Okay, I see what you mean.
Night in and night out.
Right.
Night in and night out.
I mean, has there ever been a big man of that size that can do the things that he does on the court?
No, no. That's why
But
Kareem was able to play as long as he did.
see, okay, see, so
Because what did
all
he do?
big men,
Kareem stretched. Kareem managed his weight. Kareem
right?
probably damn near the same size he was when he played as
Right.
a 74, 75-year-old man. You
He has
gotta,
a different frame though, huh? He
that's
got
my
a different
point.
frame, right?
So what should it Ocho, if you're a big kid, you're gonna be a big ass man. What's the likelihood if you coming into the league at a 300-pound man in the NBA, you go out the league as a 300-pound man?
Mm,
Not if LeBron invest in his body. He made a decision
right.
that I want to play as long as I possibly can, and these are the steps I need to take. Tom Brady says, I want to play as long as I can. Tom Brady said way back when he
Uh-huh.
wanted to play until he was 50. We thought it was crazy.
Oh, he meant that. He
But
meant
he
that.
took the steps.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wait till you get to year 10, like, oh man, I want to play. No.
Hey,
If
but
you haven't taken those steps, if you haven't watched what you eat and you hadn't cleaned up your diet, you haven't done the thing, physios and
right.
PTs and all that stuff, hyperbaric chamber, cold
Yeah.
tubs,
Hold
ain't
on.
happening.
But hold on, Unc. When you talk about the steps, you talk about the steps of people that are of normal size. What steps can goddamn Joel Embiid take that can promise and guarantee that he can play a 82
Ain't,
game season consistently?
ain't no guarantee, but without a diet and proper training, ain't no chance of it happening. You see, people think hard work guarantees you something. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but I can assure you this, without it, you got no chance.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Well,
got to,
that,
you got to, Ocho, you got to realize that's a big man and you're asking him to run up and down the court, jump up and down continuous,
yeah.
night
Right.
in and night out. Do you know how much that is? Think about Ocho, think about how your knees and your ankles felt. You're a 185-pound man playing
Whoa, whoa.
cutting.
Don't do that. Why don't cut me short? Don't cut off all my hard work. I done been in the gym now. I done got myself to goddamn 227. I
Well,
weigh
you
myself.
wasn't 227 when you played. I'm saying, think about how you
Okay,
felt all
okay.
that planting and cutting. Now, imagine before they had turf. When they had turf and they didn't have grass or they didn't have this field turf, what your
Right.
knees felt like. Now
Yeah.
imagine that. I'm gonna put another 100. I'm gonna put no, you know what? I'm gonna put 200, 150 pounds on you,
On me?
and
Yeah.
ask you to do that same thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that would have worked, but listen, it's the fact that historically big men haven't fared well at that size in the NBA. I thought people would be a little bit more lenient with Joel Embiid and understanding why he's having a load management instead of him actually playing night in and night out and then being out for the entirety of a season and missing more time again, as opposed to being load managing his body, understanding he can only do so much throughout an 82 game season.
Well, if you know you're heavy, what must you do? Manage your weight,
Yeah.
eat properly. So do you think he can eat whatever he wants?
Yeah, maybe he does, man. Maybe he has a nutritionist. Maybe he
Okay.
does. Some of the things we hear about him, eating McDonald's or liking burgers, I'm
Ain't
sure
no, ain't no hear about it. You see it.
I
He
know,
was
but I'm
proud of
sure
that,
I'm,
eating it on
I'm sure
camera.
that I'm sure that has changed at this point in his career. I'm sure it has.
Okay.
I'm sure he has a team of people, that do everything they can around the clock to make sure he can be healthy and be on the court and be available.
Okay. Prayers go up for Greg Popovich. Pop suffered what team called a mild stroke on November 2nd. The Spurs said Pop had started a rehabilitation program, and is expected to make a full recovery.
Damn, prayers up the Pop, man.
Yeah, man, that's tough. My grandmother had one of those, and I mean, she got PT for like a couple of weeks.
Right.
Like I said, see, physical therapy for a professional is something
Yeah.
entirely different because he's going every day. He's going
Right.
multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to average person, they get 2 a week, but you only getting that for what? 20, you getting 20 sessions?
Yeah.
So you probably you go to 2 a week for 10 weeks. You get 20 sessions. That's it. Maybe they'll write you another script for another 8 sessions, which is
Right.
another 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Damn.
That's it. Pop probably getting it twice a day, every day. That's why athletes heal so much quicker than the general population.
Right.
Not only because, the muscles and the things are stronger,
right,
but the therapy that we receive versus what you guys receive is something entirely different.
Yeah.
That's why I got like, damn, he back already? What you said he had? He back? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why you see Adrian Peterson able to come back in 6-7 months and do what he did. Rod Woodson had ACL surgery and played in the Super Bowl. People forget about that.
He must ain't have a full tear, huh?
Full tear, played in the Super Bowl.
What the hell type of vibranium?
Jerry Rice.
Okay.
Jerry Rice tore his ACL the first game and played late in the season.
Yeah.
Caught 2 touchdowns against us. Go look it up.
That's crazy.
But Pop, hey man, bro, we praying for you. Thoughts and prayers from the Nightcap family goes out to the San Antonio Spurs and Greg Popovich and his family. Thoughts and prayers to all the fans in San Antonio, all Greg Popovich family, friends, and loved ones that loves and cares about Pop.
Yeah.
Hey, the Nightcap crew over here, we praying for you, bro. Get well soon. Want to see you back on the court, not talking to reporters. Victor Wembanyama.
Victor
scored a career-high 50 points, including a career-high 8 3-pointers in a 139-130 win over the Wizards. At 20 years, 314 days, Wembanyama is the 4th youngest player to score 50 points. At 7'4", he's also the tallest to do it. The youngest player to do it was Brandon Jennings. He did it at 20 years, 52 days. LeBron James is the 2nd oldest. He did it at 20 years, 80 days. Devin Booker was the 3rd. He did it at 20 years, 145 days. Victor Wembanyama did it at 20 years, 314 days. And LeBron did it again on December 10th, 2005 at 20 years, 345 days. So,
Wemby, but Wemby is special, huh? How many times have we seen somebody that young that can put the ball on the floor, create his own shot, run the pick and roll from distance? He got a 3-point shot, he got a mid-range, but where the fuck is the weakness?
No, it's not that his age, it's his size. We've never seen somebody that size.
Right.
7'4.5".
Yeah.
That can put the ball on the floor, like you said.
Yeah.
Can shoot the 3 ball. Plays outstanding defense.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen anybody his size, his skill in the history of the game.
Yeah. I mean, most guys, when you think about people that tall, they're very I don't know if I'm saying this right, they're very lethargic. The way that they move is very God damn, how do you say it, man?
They move like Zach Edey. They move like Rest Your Soul Mark Eaton. They move like Rest Your Soul Sean Bradley, Manute Bowl, guys like that. What's it? Boban.
Yeah, you know what? The best thing I can think about it, people that height and that size are not twitchy.
No.
That makes sense. Wemby is twitchy.
Okay.
He can face you up, put the ball on the floor, cross you up, like goddamn Ayyy, and go to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Man, at 7'4",
why would you want God to get a man everything? So you want God to make somebody 7'5", give him fast twitch fiber.
He got it. He got it. He's special, man. He's special.
I mean, yeah, he can pass the ball, And I think the thing is that what I've been most impressed when I hear him talk is that he wants to be great. Yeah. And he wants to take the steps necessary. Because a lot of people talk about being great, but do you understand the steps that it takes in order for you to be great?
Right.
So you just don't roll out of bed one morning and say, you know what, I think I'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
Be great today. Now you live that every single day.
Oh, yeah.
Every single day, what you do, how you approach the game. I mean, listen to people talk. What JR say? What has everybody said about LeBron? The steps, first in, last to leave, shooting, getting the shots up, cold tub, hot tub, physio, this, that, hyperbaric chamber, stem, everything, what you hear about it.
Yeah. Discipline. No shortcuts. No shortcuts. Sometimes, people fold, Unc, when they get that money now. You hear me?
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes people fold and they just going through the motions once they get that money.
That's
The
what I
work,
didn't
the
that's
work,
what I didn't understand, Ocho. Is
yeah.
that my thing was when I got the big payday, I wanted you to show within a year or two, I was underpaid. I wanted to get to I was like, well, y'all just gave me this. Man, please. I'm finna go get the next bag.
Right.
And with basketball players,
Mhm.
think about it. Jason Tatum making 320, 330.
Yeah.
Dude, Jason Tatum, 26. His next contract gonna probably be $400 million. That man's gonna make $1 billion just in basketball.
Right.
No endorsements. Just basketball.
Right. That's crazy.
So I never got athlete because I've seen it. Guys get the bag and then they don't train. They don't do what they did in order to get that.
Right.
Nah, bro. You gotta be hungry. I see they keep. I think I said Mark Eaton is deceased, right? Sean Bradley, I think, got paralyzed in he got paralyzed in a bike accident. Mark Eaton got run over on a bike, correct? I know Sean Bradley got paralyzed. I think he was riding a bicycle. And he got ran over the huh? Both of them. Mark Eaton got ran over on a bicycle too. Yeah. Both of them in Utah. I thought I remember reading that a while ago. Mark Eaton was a tall guy, was a defensive player of the year for the Utah Jazz, played a number of years with the Utah Jazz. He was an all-star on a bike in Utah, got ran over, got killed. Sean Bradley from Mormon got ran over the bike, got paralyzed.
What's going on over there with them bikes, huh?
Bro, look here. That's why I stopped riding. Unless you on a trail.
Motorcycles.
No, they're on bicycles.
Oh, nah.
But you on the street.
Right.
And people don't take, look, they
don't pay attention.
No.
They don't pay attention.
No. And and it don't take much for you to go down on that bike. They hit that back tire.
Boy,
you on the ground. You up under the car.
And
you don't anticipate how fast that car is going, and it's up on you before you know it. Boom. And like I said, that's why I stopped riding, Ocho. I actually stopped riding my bike because I used to ride I would always try to get up early in the mornings, try to get out before the traffic got bad. And me and a couple of partners, we go 30 miles riding through the city of Atlanta. But it just got to the point it just wasn't. And I rode a lot, especially when I played. But I just like, nah, it's not even worth it. If I can't get to now Colorado is very conducive because you can got trails and you can go from Denver all the way to Colorado Springs, or you can go up to Boulder and never come in contact with a vehicle. But in the streets like Atlanta, and I see people riding in LA and hell no.
Right.
Especially now, the way the traffic is in Atlanta, nah, you just asking for trouble. So I said, no, I'm good. Ocho, Carmelo Anthony says he wanted to leave the game because of basketball after a young player called him Unc. We're playing in Denver. This is the first time I played in Denver in a long time. I go back, Michael Porter's guarding me. I catch it on a quick right elbow, just like that. Catch it, post, quick jab, go left, layup, boom. He like, damn, Unc, I ain't know you still had that.
Hell no. Hey, man, Mello, funny, man. I just did I think I just did a podcast with Mello and Rudy Gay last week. I really enjoyed that, hearing their stories, some of their basketball stories, some of the things that they've been through to get to the point and when they knew they were at the end, of their career. So, man, that was very, 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 very enjoyable, man. And damn, when you think about it, when you watch Melo highlights, man, Melo one of the greatest scorers of all time, one of the greatest players of all time. And it was dope just to be in his presence. And obviously Rudy Gay is very good at his craft as well. So just being in their presence and talking sports and what it took, for us to get where we got to and how our paths were all different, but the end goal was all the same.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
that was dope. That was dope.
The thing is that I noticed, as I know my time was, I just couldn't give it to you like I once could.
Yeah.
I could put the games together when I was in my prime. I could give you games. I can give you 100 and 100 and 100 and 90 and 80.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As I started to get older, my mind said, "Oh yeah, oh, but
right. But the body can't do it.
I could have that one big game. Hence, in my 13th year, I broke the NFL record for most receiving yards in a game by tight end.
Yeah. What was it? 15 or 17?
That was year 13 for me.
No, I'm saying how many the catches?
I had 12 for 214.
Woo! But we're cooking, boy.
Yeah.
You were cooking, huh?
And I ended up, that was gonna be a special year. Because I felt, Ocho, I had got with a speed coach. I had started to train differently. My body looked different. I felt so good. I knew this was going to be a special year.
You was light too. I bet you was light.
I
bet you were at your lightest that year.
I always the thing was, Ocho, my body was different. I always came into camp at 232.
Right.
That was my reporting weight. I always wanted to be 240, 232. Even though as I started to get older, Mike was like, look, you can come in. If you want to come in at 35, 36, I said, no. I wanted the pressure to know I had to be at this weight. Even as I got older, I still wanted that. I still needed to focus. They're like, okay, you got to be at this weight. And so, but as I started to get older, Ocho, I just couldn't give it to him back to back like that. And I could have a big game and then I'd have 120. And the next thing you know, I go 30, 40. And a lot of that, Rod was the focal point of the offense. That was cool too. But I found myself as I watch myself and I go back and look at it, I was like, yeah. Because now all of a sudden I didn't have that same ability to run through tackles.
Right.
The least, the guys like when I was in my prime, guy hit my foot, I would stumble and go get your first down. Right. Guy hit my foot, I get 2 yards. I didn't have the same balance, but I knew, Ocho. You know.
Yeah.
Guys know. Guys like, man, I ain't know. Yeah, you do. You know. If you on our team, you'd know because I'd have told you.
Mm-hmm. And one thing about it, when it comes to us, we won't be honest with ourselves until we actually see it on film. And you never know until you see it on film because your mind is telling you you're doing it right, but your body ain't doing it until you watch it.
Yes. You got to see, man, Ocho. I remember one time I was watching myself in practice on practice tape. And I'm like, I was like, damn, somebody moving real slow. Man, that camera turned around, he had on 84. Damn, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hell no.
I said, yeah, I think it's about time.
Yeah.
I guess it's about time for me to head on to the house. But like I said, hey, my second, hold on, I think it was my game 13. No, 14, 15. No. Game 14, because we had 2 games left. I was offensive player of the week. Went for 3 touchdowns, caught 7 for $101, 3 tubs against San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
We played Cleveland. We won that game. I think I had okay numbers. Green Bay, we didn't play because we had everything already clinched. So my last year, Ocho, I had like 770 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Right.
And, Porter's ran for 1,600 yards. So we were a running team.
Right.
So it's like I still could play, but I just like, man, and those were good. If you go back and look at my numbers where they ranked among the tight ends, I think I was like 2nd or 3rd at no worse than 4th. Right. And guys were way, way younger than me. But it just wasn't me, Ocho.
Right. I know what you mean.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
I had to accept that. Like, man,
I know, I
I'm
know, I
seeing
know,
these
I
guys.
know
I'm
it hurt.
like,
Yeah.
damn.
Just don't look right.
Mm-mm.
It ain't what you used to.
No.
Hey,
Hell nah.
coming to grips with reality and understanding your body can't do it anymore, but your mind can. That's one of the worst feelings.
The mind willing.
Oh
The body
yeah.
just ain't able. Man, hey, I mean, in my mind,
Right.
man, I'm more than enough man for a woman.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
the body says, Shannon, you're not quite good enough for two, though. You got to understand that, Ocho. Hey, I think I'm more than enough for a woman.
Right, right.
I'm not nearly enough for two, though.
Yeah.
So, man, it just.
That's a good one.
Aaron Rodgers would like to return for the 2025 season. He told reporters the 40-year-old Rodgers has 1 year remaining on his contract, enduring a disappointing season with the 3-7 Jets. Rodgers, Ocho, he's been below average compared to forget his standard.
Right.
He looked below average for any quarterback.
Right.
25th in QBR. His 62% completion rate ranks 29th. His 6.4 yards per attempt is 25th.
Yeah.
What you think, Ocho?
Listen, I told you, that Achilles injury for one. I said he was coming back anyway. I said he was coming back regardless.
Mm-hmm.
There is no other option if he does decide come back. If he does decide to come back, that the Jets have, as far as maybe drafting the quarterback, getting somebody in free agency, that you would think would give you the hopes and the chance that someone of the caliber of Aaron Rodgers would. This season has been abysmal for them. From a quarterback standpoint, from a defensive standpoint, hell, offensively. The firing of Robert Saleh, I think it affected them, especially defensively, because they looked nothing like they did last
Yeah,
year.
they worse defensively since they let Saleh go.
Exactly. So the funny thing about it is what once was their identity is not even that anymore. And that's defense. And to make it even worse is not only is the defense playing bad, hell, the offense playing bad too. And you've added someone like Aaron Rodgers at the helm. So I think him coming back and trying to run it back one more time and see if they can get things together it'd be good. It'd be good. Because there is no other option. There is no better option than him. Maybe not the option, not the quarterback we're seeing
Damn.
today, but we know
Well,
if
they're in trouble if there ain't no better option than him.
shit, you know how the landscape for the quarterback position is. There is no better option. Maybe not the way he looks right now, but he'll show flashes of brilliance. But if he can find any kind of consistency of what we used to see back in the days when he was with Green Bay, they'll be okay. Just give me a little bit of it.
We just talked about as you get older.
Oh
You
yeah,
remember
yeah.
what? You
How
remember Tom?
hard
Do
it
you
is
remember?
coming
Do
up.
you remember Tom Brady his last year in Tampa? Go back and look at numbers.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you
Tommy.
remember Peyton Manning his last year in Denver?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't get better and getting older, Ocho.
Yeah, you're right.
We haven't seen a quarterback or a player take a dip
Mm-hmm.
and then pick back up, especially at this age. We're not talking about a guy 26, 27. We're not talking about a guy 31. We're talking about a guy that's going to be 41.
Mm-hmm.
That man said, well, did he say what? Did he say we got to play for pride or something?
I didn't hear that quote. He probably did. I mean, he say so much stuff, Unc, but it don't normally the stuff he's saying ain't got nothing to do with football.
That's how you know, Ocho. You want to collect the check, okay? You want to get the money. Bro, you go on there, you ain't talking about no football. You talking about this and that. You try to take little pot shots here and there. Not invested. I don't see the steps that it takes to be a leader to galvanize a team.
Mm-hmm.
And people automatically assume, well, he's a great player. Nobody will ever argue that.
Right.
One of the historically great players. But there's more to that There's more to being a great player when it
Right.
comes to leader and leading a team and leading men and asking them to follow you.
Right. You're right. Hey, you know what? When I think about it as well, is when Aaron Rodgers is playing bad, and the fact that the team is constructed offensively, they haven't been together long enough. They're not good offensively to overcome his bad struggles or his bad quarterback play.
No.
I think that's more the issue. So to be 41, to be coming off an Achilles heel injury, everyone around you has to be that much better than you when you're playing bad.
Yes.
They got to be able to save you.
But you're under the impression, I mean, Tay got a what's his base? Tay got like $34 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Jets gonna pick that up.
Well,
you think they're picking up that $34 million option on Tay?
Well, I think they would probably work some in restructuring because Aaron Rodgers, if he is coming back, he's gonna want that number one target. You understand that?
I don't know if Aaron Rodgers have the same pool as way he played. Why am I listening to you? You the one that got us here.
Oh, there's no other option. The same way Daniel Jones got that goddamn money.
Yeah, you say there wasn't no other option with Daniel Jones. And see what he got you.
And again, it ain't no other option with the 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
So you mean to tell me I got to pay a guy $45-50 million in order to go 3-7, and I couldn't pay a guy $10 million with that to have that same record?
Hey, you know how valuable that quarterback position is, and
how valuable is he?
Hey,
at 3-7, tell me the value in that.
You right. Hey, that's the gamble. Listen, that's why we not GMs.
I'm just asking. I'm just. Somebody say, "Oh, last time you told the truth about Tom Brady, you ended up at ESPN." but I'm just trying to say. I mean, value. I mean, right. So what exactly are we getting? So what are we going to get at 41 that we didn't? Okay, at 39, we understand the Achilles injury. So what are we going to get at 41 that we didn't get at 40?
Mm.
You know something I don't?
No. I just understand it. Again, like you did say, when you were great, when you were young, sometimes you say you don't dip, and all of a sudden become what you once were. But I know even his dipped as a quarterback, when he dips, it's still better than most.
Nah, Ocho, you watched him this year. You think he's a top 10 quarterback? You think he's top 15?
Come on now. We ain't doing
you say his dip, he's still better than most. So where would you rank? If I gave you a choice of the quarterback, the 32 starting quarterback, where you taking Aaron Rodgers?
Okay. Oh, I'm glad.
I ain't talking about his resume. I ain't talking about his resume. I'm talking about this year, right now.
All right. Listen to me. We got 32 teams, right?
Yep.
Think about the teams that have starting quarterbacks that you would not replace, that you would not place Aaron Rodgers with. Obviously, Kansas City, Buffalo,
Lamar, Green Bay,
Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence,
Joe Burrow. Joey.
Yeah, Joe, of course. Okay. Now, after that, think about other teams.
I'm not replacing Russ with him.
No, hell, it's not with the way them motherfuckers playing. Hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. That ain't number 17 now. It's 32 of them. See?
Oh, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You replacing CJ?
Oh no. Okay.
You replace. Okay. Let's go.
Jaden Daniels. No.
You replacing Brock Purdy with Aaron Rodgers?
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Hell no.
Okay, you saying hand up. Hey, listen to me. The way Brock Purdy get that ball out his hands in that offense, the way Shanahan run that offense, you don't think with the arm that goddamn Aaron Rodgers got, when you don't got to hold on to the goddamn ball and everything is running like this in that West Coast offense?
A lot of it, Ocho, is the quarterback can't think he knows more than the coach.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. But a quarterback of that magnitude knows just as much as the coach, don't you think? Especially being in the system.
I'm not replacing Purdy. What about Arizona?
The way Kyler Murray playing? Fuck no. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
The Rams, Matthew
No,
Stafford,
no, no,
Geno Smith.
no.
So that's four right there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the NFC South.
Yeah.
Cousins in Atlanta.
Eh.
Because here's the thing, Ocho.
Right.
Given the talent that some of these teams have, if I
Right.
put him in Carolina, how much better is Carolina with Aaron Rodgers than they are with Bryce Young, given what they got? See? You see what I'm doing now? Where it used to be he could elevate. Now he needs someone to elevate him.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting at. So
I like that.
A fan on Twitter wrote, Jalen Hurts will be the first member of the NFL's 2020 club. 20 pass TDs, 20 rush TDs. He's the Shohei Ohtani of football. What you think, Ocho?
The Shohei Ohtani of football?
Because Shohei did 50-50.
50?
You know, before it used to be the 40-40 club.
Right.
A-Rod was in it. Barry Bonds was in it. Jose Canseco was the first to do it. Ronald Acuna Jr., I think, did it. Trying to think if there's somebody else at the top of my head that did it. But that's a Teddy Bear. What you doing?
I like it. 2020. That's a good feat. Has it been done before at the quarterback position?
No, I don't. No. Hell nah. What quarterback can throw for 20 plus touchdowns and rushing? You understand 20 rush touchdowns? How many touchdowns that is rushing?
Yeah, a lot.
There's been a lot of quarterbacks that can throw. I don't even think Cam has ever rushed for that many touchdowns in a season.
And that's dope. Now that you think about it.
Hell yeah.
So
that's bad.
Yeah, would you compare it to
No.
Okay.
Because hitting a baseball is a lot harder than running and throwing a football.
I was gonna say, yeah.
No, but it would be huge. I mean, anytime you can be the first to do something in any particular sport, Ocho.
Right.
That's on a positive note. Obviously, you don't want to strike out the most times, or you don't want to, have the most drops or the most interceptions or the most fumbles, something like that. But when you can do something, throw for 20 touchdowns, rush for 20 touchdowns in the same season. Yeah, that's an unbelievable honor. And to see where he's come from, not being a very good thrower of the football, and he's turned himself into a very good thrower of the football. Because remember, he lost his job at Alabama because he wasn't proficient at throwing the football.
Right.
He's worked, he's put time in, and he's gotten better. And that's okay. And, people are like, oh, it's okay to say someone wasn't good at something, they got better, and they became better at said task.
Right.
That's Jalen Hurts. That's Lamar Jackson. It's okay. That's a huge compliment. That's kudos that you weren't particularly great at something, and you turn yourself. Jalen Hurts has turned himself into a guy that went to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson is a multiple-time MVP. That's unbelievable, that the work ethic that it took. Lamar Jackson could throw for possibly 5,000 yards. Who had that on their bingo card? The guy that you wanted to turn into a wide receiver or a running back could possibly throw for 5K in a season.
Yeah, the guy that they say was very quarterbacky, whatever the hell that shit means.
But Ocho, whose side are you on? Is that Jalen special? Did somebody ask that question? Although, and I can name 20 better dual threat quarterbacks all time than Hurt. He's the fourth best dual threat quarterback to wear Eagles jersey. Damn. I mean, what you going?
Hold on.
I guess they go with
Randall Cunningham. Donovan McNabb.
I guess that's what they said.
Mike Vick.
And I guess they say Hurts is fourth.
Hurts. Okay. I mean, that's only four only ones I can think of.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, Cam season, Cam went to the Super Bowl in 2015, 2015.
Hmm.
They were 15-1. Uh, what did Cam have? 25? What did Cam have? 20, 35 passing touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns? What was Cam numbers in his MVP season? 35 and 10? Yeah. Oh, Lord. Hey, why take yeah, so when you look at Cam's numbers, he was 35 and 10 the year he went to
Right.
the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
And Lamar Jackson won the MVP with 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions last year.
Hmm.
He's 24 and 2 passing touchdowns. Probably has another 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns.
Hmm. That's crazy.
Yes. The Colts, Ocho, going back to Anthony Richardson, the 2023 number 4 pick, will regain the spot as the team starting quarterback Sunday against the Jets.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the season, Shane Steichen said, it's the attention to detail in everything Richardson does. It's got to be higher standard. Over the last 2 weeks, he's made strides in those areas. The decision comes on the heel of Joe Flacco's worst performance of the season. Flacco had 4 turnovers, 3 picks and a fumble, and a loss to the Bills. Ocho,
Hey,
you like the move?
yeah, absolutely like the move. Obviously, I think they went into the direction of going with Joe Flacco because they thought he gives us our best chance to win right now. If I'm not mistaken, when the move was made, I think the Colts might have been 4-4. You know what? Boom, there's a chance that we can continue to go where we need to go with Joe Flacco at the helm. They felt he gives us a better
Best
chance.
chance to win, yeah.
Obviously not after, back-to-back losses. And
Mhm.
then the coach comes out and says, oh, Anthony Richardson has made these unbelievable strides in a 2-week span. Now we're going to put him back at the starter. Shut the man, if you don't stop. But anyway, and again, like you said, we were talking about Bronny, in order for a quarterback to get better, he has to play.
Got to play.
You got to go through the ups and downs. It's
Got to
not going to
play.
be pretty, especially after this is basically his rookie season because he was hurt. He messed up his shoulder his rookie season. You got to be on the field, man. It's the only way things are going to get better for him. And I'm happy for him, his team. He's the future of that team, unless they decide to go in another direction. Maybe not after this year, but maybe after next year, things don't turn around. But I'm happy for brother Ant, man. You need it. This is good for his confidence too. It's good for his confidence. So whoever's calling the plays, brother Shane Steichen, find a way to get that young brother in the rhythm so he gets some goddamn confidence. And
Yeah.
once that confidence gets built back up,
But
man,
Ocho, ain't no way. Ocho, when you look at the talent that he got Jonathan Taylor in his backfield. He got Pittman Jr. He got
Pittman,
Ollie Cox. He got
yeah.
Doolin. What's the other receiver name?
The last name, I can't remember the
What's his
name.
name?
He went number 10, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Hey, well, he nice, boy.
Yes.
A young bull, nice, boy.
Is it Pierce? What's his name?
I can't think of his last name.
No. Well, no, that's Mo Alley Cox. Is the tight end. What's the other wide receiver on the Colts? Alex Pierce? Alec Pierce. Yeah.
Okay.
Pierce. I thought yeah. Ocho.
Yeah, he got some nice weapons
He
behind him.
ain't devoid of talent now.
Right.
They can run it. They got a decent offensive line.
Right.
And they got 2 outstanding receivers, Mo Alley Cox. Now, I'm not saying he's Kelsey. He's not Laporta. He's not McBride, any of that, but he's a solid tight end. You got
Yeah.
to be better, bro.
Yeah. Well,
You got to be
hopefully,
better. It's really
hopefully,
that simple.
who the Colts play this weekend?
The Jets.
See, there it is. The perfect game. The perfect game for him to have a resurgence. Horrible defense, horrible offense, But say, the NFL is funny, man. The NFL is fickle. Ain't no telling what team you gonna get. Ain't no telling what Aaron Rodgers you gonna get. That's what makes it. That's what makes this.
Sure
this
hope we don't get the one that showed up the last 3 weeks. I'm just saying. I mean, let's be real, Ocho.
Yeah,
Outside of that Jets game, I mean,
yeah.
but think about the Jets game. Think about it took two one-handed catches from
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. Damn.
James Houston denies pooping his pants on Sunday Night Football, but Jason Kelsey says he's lying. Houston posted, "Hey, y'all, I sat on some Gatorade. Just chill with that." Jason said he has no doubt that Houston did. In fact, poop his pants. And he knows from personal experience. He told Trav on New Heights, "That's why I hate white pants." That's the first time this is not the first time this has happened. I know many players that had that happen to him. Travis said, "You and I both know he didn't sit in no Gatorade." And not the exact specific spot. We all know, damn. Whew, Lord have mercy. I know nothing to be ashamed. If there's nothing to be, yeah, it is. Big grown, a grown man.
Hey, you can't. Sometimes you can't hold your movements out there on that field. Now it's different, for the big boys.
Empty your bowels before you go out there.
Yeah, it depends on what you eat pregame.
It don't even matter. I already know I'm going. I have a pile in there so high they hop down off it. Ain't nothing to be, Ocho.
Hey,
I
ain't never had no issues. Now having to piddle, which is urinate, is probably the only thing I've ever had to do. Never had to do number two, especially not when it's time, not when I'm not in the middle of competing.
Yeah, nah. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing in my stomach. Because first of all, I've eaten 5 hours before the game. And I've already had to go to the bathroom. So, I mean, my stomach is just
yeah.
It's just rumbling. So, nah. So I'm good. That ain't now. Have I seen guys do it? Yeah, I've had guys going out to the field. I said, bro, you got to change them.
For real?
Yes, absolutely.
I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, I remember. And I don't know if people. There's this drug. They used to be called this weight loss drug called Xenacab. And it worked because it helped your body not store fat. So if you ate, but you couldn't eat more than 10% of your diet from fat, because if you did, you're gonna have a blowout.
It's coming up at you.
I'm just telling you, if you did, you having a blowout.
Right.
Trust me. Man, them jokers be up on the men and women.
Right.
Be up on the treadmill, and they got on, back then, bodybuilders you wear white, and women used to wear white.
Mm-hmm.
Think they passing gas if you want to.
Yeah.
You don't see how many, they be on the treadmill and all of a sudden they got their sweatshirt tied around their waist.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't fooling me.
Don't play.
Hell nah.
Damn,
bro. I feel bad for him. I mean, I saw the picture. I'm sorry, guys, that we can't show you a picture, but we on copyright probation right now. we in the copyright halfway house. And we ain't trying to go back to the big house right now.
Nah.
So Ocho, a Wisconsin man apparently took out a $375,000 life insurance policy, faked his own drowning so he could abandon his family and flee to Europe. Ocho, would you fake your own death?
Absolutely not. I mean, he faked his death, tried to get away from his wife, get away from his kids. For one, I'm not faking my death because I love my kids. I want to be here, I had too much fun with them, but he must have been miserable. He must have been really miserable. You know how bad it has to be as a family man with kids and a wife to fake your death and want to leave and use insurance money. like logically think about that. It has to be really bad.
I'm
It
trying
has,
to figure out how long he thought, Ocho, how long he thought 375,000. Well, you gonna get another job or something?
well, it depends on his lifestyle. It depends on how he live. 375 could be a fortune to some people, Uncle, especially if you live way below your means or you're not a spender like that.
Well, you
You
got
know,
to pay rent. Does he have a place already paid for? Is he gonna get a car?
You got to understand. Everybody don't move like that. You feel me? Some people get
So how
stressed.
you gonna get around? He just gonna walk? I mean, he gonna be. I mean, you going to the UK?
What? He in Europe, Unc. He was moving somewhere in Europe. Like you don't
Bro,
need much. You get your little moped, you good.
okay, but what you gonna eat? Where you gonna live?
Some of the people don't even make 375,000 in their lifetime. I'm sure he was gonna be straight now. Come on now.
Yeah, somebody that works a minimum wage job. Yeah, if you work at a fast food chain, probably maybe not.
But
But I'm
I'm sure
just saying. I
that's
don't know
what
how old. I don't know how old. How old was he, Ash?
he looked like he about in his
Ocho, let's just say for the sake of argument, he
yeah,
spends 20,000 a year. He is in his mid-40s. He spends 20,000 a year.
yeah.
In
He got
20 years, it's gone.
he got
That's
a
it.
truck.
That's just if he just spends 20,000.
Yeah.
Can you live off 20,000 a year?
Who?
Ochocinco.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I make that bitch stretch. I can make it. Listen, I can stretch
You
$100 for a
cannot.
month. You want to bet?
You cannot.
Did you hear what I just said?
You cannot live off 20,000 a year, Ocho.
Did you just
Stop
hear what
it.
I said? I can stretch $100 for a month. How you gonna tell me?
So where you living? So how much is that apartment you got right now?
Oh, this ain't my place.
The apartment that you've been flashing, all the apartments you looking at, how much they gonna
Oh,
cost?
that I can't disclose how much that is, but
Exactly.
hey, hold on,
So
hey, hey,
I'm just gonna say for the sake.
hey,
Let's just say I'm gonna say Ocho. It's gonna. I'm Miami concerned. I'm gonna say it's gonna cost you 3,000 a month. That's 36,000 right there.
I like that.
Without lights, without anything. You got a
That's
cell phone?
that's got number, huh?
You got a cell phone?
Yeah, my cell phone free. I'm with AT&T.
Okay.
Hey, but you have to understand. You thinking from your perspective too. You know,
No, I'm thinking
middle
from
aged.
logical
Hold on,
perspective.
middle-aged white man. Married, 3 kids. He ain't living like that, man. He ain't living like that.
Ocho, 375,000 is not a lot of money for a lifetime, bro.
You comparing these regular folks to you. People
Ocho,
don't even make 375 in their lifetime. How you gonna tell them at that?
Ocho, the average person makes 50,000 a year. What are you talking about?
What? Boy, you out of touch with reality,
What's
boy.
the average salary? What's the average salary for an American?
In this goddamn economy?
The economy doesn't matter.
Nah,
It costs more, but people are still making 48, 50,000 a year, Ocho.
No, they are not. No, they are not. Watch. Tell Ash, look it up real quick. Boy, people out here struggling, boy. 50,000 a year will.
Hold on. What is it?
Man, you tripping.
According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the average. Hold on, listen. Now you don't want to listen.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish, and I want you to read the chat with the people that are actually living the real life.
The average salary for.
Go ahead.
According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor, the average U.S. salary in 2023 was $59,384. That's average. Now, granted, that factors in the LeBron James, the Shohei Ohtani, and that factors in the people that's making 20,000. But even if you made 20,000 a year, in 20 years, that's more than 375,000.
So everybody motherfucking struggling. But because the U.S. Department said this is what everybody make, this is minimum.
Ocho.
Now everybody's straight. Now we got all these goddamn financial issues in the goddamn economy, but you listen to what that goddamn chart got to say.
Ocho, listen, just because you make 60,000, yes, it costs more to live. Yes, groceries are higher. Gas prices are higher. Rent is higher. That doesn't diminish what you make. Yes, it costs more to live. Yes.
So that means we're not making enough, right? So you agree?
Ocho, that's beside the point. You said they're not making it. All I'm saying is it costs more to live. So yes, it's going to cost more.
The point of the matter was you said 375 wasn't a lot. So we don't know how this man lives. He's going to Europe for one, right? Stay with me now.
Yes.
He's going to Europe to live.
So it's free. So is he swimming? Is he swimming? So how does he get to Europe?
Come on, man.
I'm just asking. Because you say he gonna live modestly, so I'm just trying to figure out how he gets to Europe.
You got to stop throwing out all these hypotheticals, man, trying to spend the man money now.
How the man get? I just want to know how he gets to Europe.
I don't know.
Maybe he just
I don't know how he gonna do it. Listen. 375 is a lot of goddamn money. I don't care how you splice it, how you could get
for a lifetime. For a lifetime.
Hey, you know some people in this world won't even see $1 million.
That's three. I said 375. I didn't say no million.
$1 million, 375, 500,000. But see, you out of touch with reality, man. Come on, man. Golly, man.
Ocho,
now you acting like 375 ain't no goddamn money because you've been making millions all these years.
Ocho, I'm saying
people not seeing that kind of money in the regular world,
Ocho, I'm saying 375 to last you a lifetime. Yes, if he gets a job and live modestly, that's one thing. You said the man can have 375 and he gonna be straight. Where?
If you got people that would never see 375, you got somebody that gets a lump sum of 375 that lives below his means and lives the right way.
In this economy?
He's going to Europe. He's not here. He left.
Their economy worse than ours, Ocho. What are you talking about?
Where? In Europe?
Lord, have mercy.
We don't live over there. How you know?
I read.
Oh, you can't listen to nothing they put out.
Oh Lord have mercy.
You can't listen to nothing they put out.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me do my little homework real quick.
Go ahead.
Hold on, I'm looking right now. Hold on. Okay. All right.
No. What you doing okay for?
I'm just saying.
That was quick.
Hold on. 375,000, not a lot of money. I know one thing. All these motherfuckers.
No. I'm not going to let you brush. Hold on. Whoa. I'm not going to let you brush that off. I'm not going to let you brush that off.
No money.
No. Don't brush that off, Ocho. No. I want you to cut a chat with agreeing with Ocho. Read what you just said. Read what you saw.
No, it's just certain people. I'm reading certain people talking about that ain't no money. Okay.
No, read what the cost of living is in Europe.
Oh, I couldn't find it. I can't.
Yes, you could, because you say, okay, you're right. No. Read it. Come on, Ocho, don't do that.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on. Boy, hey, listen, y'all. Hold on, watch this. The cheapest cost of living in Europe. Damn.
Damn what?
They don't tell you the numbers. They just telling you where the cheapest places to go in Europe to live is. I mean, Portugal, Poland, Romania, Estonia. See, they Athens, Greece. They're not giving me numbers on what you would need to live in these places. That's something I would need to see. We need to come back to this topic because this is a great topic.
No, I'm just saying.
This is the great topic because
what is the average? What is the average? What part of Europe? Okay, what part of Europe are you talking about?
We don't know where the man
going to Eastern Europe.
I don't know.
Eastern Europe.
We don't know.
So that's 30. So hold on. So that's 30. So that's $37,500 a year. Now you said he's not. You said he can live off that. That means he's not getting a job and he's living off $37,500 a year.
Why wouldn't he get a job? Why would he have a job?
Because that was the argument, Ocho. I said that's not a lot of money. Now, if he's going to get a job,
He's
yes.
gonna get a job. He ain't going to Europe like he's some damn. He just robbed the goddamn bank. Of course, he
Ocho,
don't work.
Ocho, let me see. The man faked his death. So you think he's going to go get a job?
Yes. Do you know how they do that? You don't know
Yes.
how to
Do
create
you
a new
know how they
identity?
get caught?
You don't think you know how to create a new identity?
Do
Did
you
you
know
know
how they get
Ocean's
caught?
11? Did you see Ocean's 11?
Ocho,
Yeah.
there's a manhunt looking for him. He's not dead.
Ain't nobody looking for him. Ain't nobody looking
How
for
you
him.
think we having a conversation, Ocho?
His wife snitched on him.
But you say there ain't nobody looking for him.
No, I said his wife snitched on him.
So how you think we having the conversation? So he gonna go get a job.
Man, you like, hey, you don't understand how to. Oh, we got it. Hey, come on down here, man, to the real world with us regular folks.
Ocho, you talking to somebody that grew up. I understand. I do. But I also understand how I was living. How many people wants to live in 1,000, 1,200 square foot with minimal necessities?
That's way back in the 50s, man. It's 2024.
But you also have to understand, Ocho, think about what you were accustomed to.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. This man is on the run. If you on the run, how you gonna go get a job, Ocho?
Do you know that how all the things that you can do on the black market to change your identity and be a completely new person in a new place? I shouldn't. I don't. Let me stop before I get myself in trouble. I ain't finished. I'm not sitting here and talk about that stuff on here because I really shouldn't know nothing about it. But it's possible. It's very possible. People do it all.
Yes, it's possible. But you got to make it. But Ocho, think about it. Think about all the people that did things and with the countries. Hell, they caught a guy that killed 2 police officers in D.C. They found him in a hut in Africa. Man, man, please, Ocho. Yes. Yeah. If he wants a menial job, yes, but I'm saying, but you said 375 is a lot of money. To do what? To do nothing?
I mean, listen, you're talking to the cheapest dude in the world, man. So
Ocho,
a lot of money.
But we just had a conversation.
Yeah.
When you have no money coming in and it's going out.
Right. That's all right. And I think with understanding, he knows he would have to have a job.
Doing how you gonna what he gonna if he gets a job that doesn't, maybe he gets a job that doesn't require information. They're gonna pay you under the table, but okay, your identity. They post that because they're gonna post it. Have you seen this guy? You know what? I work with a guy that looks just like him at the butcher mart. Or I work at a guy with him in the factory. Then what?
That's a good topic. I like that. That's a good topic. One thing about it, we'll never know.
Yeah, no, hell no. I damn sure don't want to know how to live off. I already know I'm not finna have to live off no 375 for the rest of my life. Hell no. Hey, and then Ocho, what happens when they freeze that? Well, hopefully he got the check because they put where you gonna cash an American check at in the UK.
Man, listen. Hey, you saw the movie?
He must be the cash the check. He must be the cash the check.
Hey, you saw the movie Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah, I do. Frank Abagnale. Yeah, I watched the movie.
Oh man. Boy, so many things you can do with that identity, man.
I'm trying to figure out how y'all talk about I moved the goalpost. It's 375 for the rest of your life. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm moving the goalpost. So where you living at? What's your rent? Even the dingiest place gonna charge you what? Unless you go get what you gonna get on me. You know somebody that got a section that you gonna pay what you pay. Let's just say, Ocho, you get one of these $1,000 a month. Okay. That means you can only spend 37.5, Ocho.
Yeah.
You ain't better have no power. You ain't gonna have no. You ain't gonna have no air conditioning. You ain't gonna have no. You ain't gonna have no. You ain't gonna have no lights. What you gonna eat?
There's a way, because before you fake a death, you already have a format and a plan out. You got everything already planned out before you do all that. So I don't know what his plan was. I'm not sure if he made it. I'm not sure how he got caught, but it's something that happens all the time. This just happened to be the one who did get caught.
Man, I'm just trying to figure. I'm just trying to figure out. Like, look, I understand. There's like, yeah, if you lived in I'm trying to think if you lived in Mississippi, but still, I mean, I understand the cost of everything is elevated. So when you factor the cost of everything is elevated, and you weigh that by making $37,500 a year, that's the problem where people are struggling, Ocho. It's not the fact that, okay, we're not, because they say people that make $150,000 is basically living check to check in America, because eggs and bread and everything is elevated. Price of gas is elevated. The cost of buying a home is elevated. The price to rent a home or an apartment is elevated. Right. So if everything is elevated, it's not that people aren't making money. It's just it costs more to live.
Right.
So if it's costing you, if $150,000, and to have some people, and I'm not saying all, I don't, obviously you're probably living in some place like San Francisco or one of New York or someplace like that, Ocho, you know what I'm saying? Where rent, you're paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in rent. Yeah. Just imagine if you're paying $5,000 a month in rent. UK ain't cheap, Ocho. It's not.
I don't know, because everybody living in the UK ain't living like goddamn.
No. Everybody in America ain't living, Ocho. Why you think people complaining?
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Hell, if I made $50,000 a year and gas was $1.33 a gallon, and I could get 3 loaves of bread, that's something entirely different. Think about what it cost to buy a house back in the 60s. Think about what it cost to buy a car in the 60s. You could buy a car, you could buy a house. I mean, now a house is a car.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't buying no 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for no $60,000. That's what it costs. And your monthly payment was probably $75, $80 a month.
You got to live within your means.
Yes.
Live within your means and act your wage. I say it all the time. If you got a certain amount coming in, if you have a lump sum coming in, you have a plan to live within that means and make that bitch stretch.
All I'm saying is, people, if I gave you guys 300, let's just say somebody gave you 375,000, you retiring? Because if that's a lot of money, you can retire. Kick your feet up like I'm good.
Hey, people in the chat, they rich. Because everybody said 375,000 ain't no goddamn money.
Ocho, Ocho, you talking about for the rest of your life, Ocho. I think you getting confused talking about 375,000 a year. I'm talking about for the rest of your life. The rest of your natural life. Somebody talking about I'm gonna flip it. Bro, you're gonna be back to work tomorrow. You're gonna be back to work tomorrow. Because if that's all your money you got and you're willing to risk it, I already know what you about to do. Somebody say
where he gonna be at tomorrow?
back working. Ain't no Ocho. Who taking their last and try to flip it? Man.
Hey, boy, y'all hell, boy. Oh, shit.
75% of the people say no, they couldn't live off 375 for the rest of their life. Hey, Ocho, what they gonna do? They gonna play our parlays? They gonna play our DraftKings parlay. Look, I mean, the thing was, Ocho, if you look at it, the way we grew up in the house we didn't have to pay rent on it. But, my grandmother living off $197 every 2 months.
Right.
You're going to have to eat. You're going to have to do something. Because I remember, man, I ain't eating no. So if your mom or your grandma bringing in $197 every 2 weeks, you tell me what steak and ribs you think you eating.
Right. Oh, man, that was funny.
Yeah, but bro, man, people forget, Ocho. I think people forget. I think people look at us now and what they see is they see Shannon now. I know what it's like to make $25. I know what it's like to make $100 a week. Right. I do. I know that's not a lot of money. And I know with the cost of things now, I'm like, well, damn. And that's what people are having a problem with. It's not that they're not making more money. It's that the cost
of living
is going up and it's eating into the money that they're making. Yeah. So if I'm making this, Ocho, I don't want prices the stuff that I need to do this also. I need my money to go this way, and I need y'all be gradual with bread and gas and food prices. I need to creep. Hell, let's move it up at the same pace.
Oh, I gotta get some tissue. Y'all got me crying, man. Hold
on. Man, somebody talking about move to Uganda.
Hey, but you say, oh boy, you say if he go flip it, shit, you ain't gonna be right back to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, flip. Okay. Bad, please. Man, I bet. Look, I know what stuff costs. Hey, I'm not Ocho. I'm not naive. I got a lot of households to fill.
Oh man. Oh, but I needed that laugh, boy. God,
hey, but you know what? Next time my employees come out, they need a raise. I'm like, hey, the chat said y'all can live off $37,500 a year, so y'all good. Ash can't live off $37,000. Damn near $37,000 a month. The way she be spending.
Oh man.
Ocho, check this out. There was a situation where 16 people dined and dashed on a $420 restaurant bill. 420 people, 16 people. The average cost is $26.25. So as the lady was explaining, person by person would pretend like they were getting up to leave, like they were getting ready to go to the bathroom or something like that. And each one, they left. Why y'all do that?
I wish I see. Man, listen, and see, and you wonder why I tip the way I do when I go out, when I do happen to go places. See, stuff like this, like that's pointless. If you don't have the money to eat, if you don't have the money to tip, at least leave something, man. But don't dine and dash. These
come on, why you?
The service these people rely on these tips, man. These people rely on these tips because
even if you don't, Ocho, even if you don't tip, pay for the ish that you ate. Pay for the stuff that you drank. Okay, you don't want to leave a tip, but hey, it's normally on the thing. Parties of 6 or more, you got either going to charge you 18%, so forth and so on. Right. Okay, I get that. Let's just say it's 2 people. Don't do that. If you don't want to tip and it's 2 of you guys, 3 of you guys, that's fine. But don't you take your ass to these people's restaurant and eat their food and then run up out of there.
$26 a piece. Damn.
400 on a 426 on a $400 tab. Really, people? Really?
See what I mean? See how bad times are? See what I mean? Great story to piggyback.
Oh, that ain't about no times. That's people just being jackasses.
See? You're right. They was being. I bet they had some kids, huh?
No, them grown ass people, Ocho.
It was?
Yes. Grown ass. You already know. I don't even need to tell you. You know.
Yeah. Oh, us?
You know.
Damn.
$26, Ocho?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
And that's not something that you decide. You made when you walked into that restaurant, you already know you were gonna eat the people ish, and you was gonna do what you did. I just hate that. I really do, Ocho. I hate. I mean, I've been in a situation like been in the Whole Foods and the homeless guy come in there, bro. I'm like, bro, and I said, bro, don't touch. I said, what you need? I get it for you. Pay for the stuff. They grab stuff. They chase somebody. I'll pay for it. Just let them have it. Let them go. Mm-hmm. Don't do this. Don't do people stuff like that. Come on, people. I know. I'm not gonna say we better than that because we not. We are who we are, Ocho. Right. What we see, that's who we are as a society. We've got to stop thinking that this is so beneath us as a society. No, this is exactly who we are as a society. It is. And it's sad.
Yeah.
Times haven't got that hard that 16 people decide to go out to eat, and each one of you guys say, you know what? Nah, I ain't gonna play. No. Even if I'm with a party, Ocho, and we go out, I'll pay for it before I let somebody do that bull jive. But I used to go out with the guys and say, all right, hey, check this out, bro. You did that bull jive last time.
Yeah. Not this time.
Go in your back pocket, bro. Bring your ass.
Right.
Every time we go out, all of a sudden you get all of a sudden you got to go to the bathroom. It can wait. Come on. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I wouldn't even. I couldn't even good conscience do that, Ocho, because it's not. That's probably not a chain restaurant. It's not like one of these big. They doing 30 million in revenue.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these places, Ocho, they just making just enough. Mm-hmm. Just enough.
Yeah.
And then somebody. I just hate it, man. I hate it. It was in Memphis at a Mexican restaurant. Let's find out the restaurant. I'll send them something. We're gonna find out the restaurant. I'm gonna send them something. I'll take care of it. That's a shame. I hate people. I just hate people that pray on. I just hate people that pray on the week, Ocho. That's always been a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah. See, you see how you be getting on me about tipping like that? Now you see why. Dang.
I don't care if you didn't have anything but water to drink.
Leave something, huh?
Yeah, come on. Just pay for your meal. Ocho, if you didn't want to leave the tip, now, like I said, normally, I ain't been to every restaurant, but normally when they say parties of 6 or more, right, it's already 18% gratuity built in. You got 16 people. Y'all eat them people food. I'm sure everybody didn't drink water.
Right.
And you just eat the people food and just walk up out of there? And y'all thought that was okay. Y'all thought that was cute.
Dang. That was premeditated, huh?
For sure. For sure. I mean, I was at Target, and the guys
Target.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, he had stuff. I mean, he had more. I think he had like some coupons and stuff like that. But anyway, he didn't have enough. And I said, bro, I ain't got time for you to take that back. Don't even worry about it. Just take your money. I'll pay for it. Just put the stuff in the bag. I'll pay for it, ma'am.
Right.
Just keep running up and put it on mine.
Right.
He's like, man, Unc, I appreciate it. Bro, just get the stuff and go, man. Because for you to take it back, Ocho, I ain't got that kind of time.
Right.
You know, hey, I'm going from point A to point B. Yeah. I don't do no, you know how some people go to the grocery store and they just like, hey. No, I know exactly what I'm gonna get.
And getting up out of there.
And get up out of there. And when I get to the thing, Ocho, I hate, you know what I hate?
Huh.
I don't know if I'm gonna get these, but how much
Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Just put it in the bag. I got you.
Just I gotta go. I forgot something.
I got it. Oh no! Shoot, that Target, as big as that goddamn place is.
Oh,
I wish
Lord,
you
have
would.
mercy.
Talk about I'll be right back.
But I've done that. I one time, Ocho, I can't lie. I did that one time. I forgot my wallet.
Mm. Oh, you ain't got the app on your phone? You ain't got your cards on your phone? You got the app where you have your cards on your phone virtually and you tap
Oh,
it.
no.
You ain't know that? Oh, you don't know how to work.
No, I know exactly that. Ain't nothing on my phone.
Oh, my bad. Oh, that's right. My bad.
Still my phone, my screensaver, the middle finger. That's what I got for you. As soon as you tap on it, that's what you're going to see. I got something for you.
That's funny.
Now, Ocho, now it's time for Q and A.
Hey, boy, it's 3 o'clock out here. What?
SWG Ray Z said, pay for my Uber Eats. I'm hungry. It costs $375,000.
Yeah, that ain't no money. Send it to him.
Hey,
Hey,
you must be trying to buy a McDonald's or something. Shoot 10 XL, Unc Ocho. You guys have helped me through some of my darkest times. I appreciate you guys for being you. Don't ever change. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being you, bro. And we always remember sunshine follows rain, but we're glad that you pulled through that. LB Cool said, why isn't Steve McNair ever mentioned? Do you think he needs a statue or a jersey to be retired? Man, Steve was great. I played against Steve when I was in Baltimore. We used to actually we were in the same division. It used to be the AFC Central. It was Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, and Tennessee. It was 6 teams in that division. And so I played Steve McNair 4 times. Well, actually, we played him 5 because we played him twice in the regular season, and then the first year I was there, we beat them in the divisional round to advance to the AFC Championship. Yeah, I think he gets forgotten because of his tragic passing. And Ocho, you know how it is, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
We see Michael Vick. Obviously, we see Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Cam just retired. I don't know if he's officially retired, but stepped away from the game a couple of years ago. Obviously, we see Vic doing his thing on Fox in the Sunday mornings. But yeah, another guy to dual threat guy, Steve Young, don't get any credit either. People forgot that Steve had wheels before he turned into a prolific passer. Steve Young was a mobile quarterback, athletic quarterback, scrambling around. Mm-hmm. But you're absolutely right. Steve McNair does not get the credit that he deserves. He did win an MVP. He did lead a team to the Super Bowl, led a team to the playoffs multiple times. But you're right. You're absolutely right. He does not get the love and attention that he deserves. David said, please show the film where you guys played and the games on Saturdays and Sundays.
Wait, what did he say?
Nah, why would we show it? Knowing that we haven't paid the licensing fee from the NFL, why would we show NFL games?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I elaborately laid out what it would cost for 10 minutes of NFL footage or NBA footage or any other footage like that. But nice try, David. Yeah. Vault H said, Unc Ocho, love the show, been supporting you guys from day one. Just want to give you a shout out. Just want you guys to give a shout out to my wife, Erin, coming up on our 11 years of marriage in a few months.
Woo!
Oh, appreciate it. Erin, congratulations, bro. 11 years. That's a long time. Decade plus. Congrats.
11 years.
That's it. Ocho. That's it. That concludes our show for the evening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in and supporting us. JR had a prior engagement. He wasn't able to be with us tonight, but he says look forward to being with us on next Wednesday. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Please make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He's Ocho, Liberty City's own Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Ring of Fame honoree from the Bengals. Please check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. And if you can't find it in a city or state near you, with the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's right around the corner, we want to make sure you have a very festive holiday. Shea by Le Portier. You can order and we ship it directly to your home. Please go follow my media company page on all its platforms. That's Shea Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. I was hell when I was well. I'll lie for you before I lie to you. We had those in t-shirts, black nightcap hoodies, stay with me now hoodies, and of course our best sellers, Unc Ocho tees. We have the Unc Ocho tees in black that we dropped last week. Quantities are limited, so please make sure you grab yours while supplies last. The Lakers defeat the Grizzlies behind LeBron James, became the oldest player in NBA history to record 3 straight triple-doubles. He had 35 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists. He had 9 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists in the fourth quarter alone, as the Lakers stay undefeated at home and move, or they're 6-0 at home now, and first time since, well, they're 5-0 at home, and 6-0 in 2011. Lakers made 23. They're 6-0 now. They're 6-0 at home, and they stay undefeated, 7-4 in the Western Conference. What has happened? Giannis dropped 59 points in a 127-120 win over the Pistons in overtime. Giannis had it going tonight. He became the third player, and he has the third most 50-10 rebound games in NBA history, only trailing Wilt and Elgin Baylor. I think Wilt is safe for right now. The Cavs continue their undefeated season. They hold on to beat the Sixers without Joel Embiid and Paul George, 114-106. The previous 5 teams to start 13-0, 4 made the NBA Finals, but only the Rockets won the NBA titles. Pop is recovering from a mild stroke. He hopes to be back soon. Pop, the Nightcap crew, and all our fans and friends are praying for you. Return to the Spurs. We want to see you on the sidelines soon. Mean mugging reporters and not telling them it. Victor Wembanyama had a career high, Ocho. He scored 50 points in a 139-130 win over the Wizards, as he became the fourth youngest player ever to score 50 points in a game. Brandon Jennings holds the record. He was 20 years and 52 days. LeBron is second at 20 years and 80 days. Devin Booker is third with 20 years and 145 days. And Wemby is 20 years, 314 days. LeBron James also had another 50-point game at 20 years and 345 days. So that concludes this edition of Nightcap. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We'll see you tomorrow after Thursday Night Football.
Good night. What a beautiful day.